Guys, are you ready to get short? I can smell a massive trend reversal brewing gold and silver. Today, the CME just announced their slashing margin requirement for gold and silver. This is a classic precursor to a massive directional move because lower margins means you can crank up your leverage with the exact same capital. And on the way up, it acts as rocket fuel, but on the way down, it's an absolute death spiral. What does this tell us? The market is bracing for extreme volatility. And plus, we just got major news out of the US Basin officially confirmed that several Gulf and Asian allies are getting hammered by the energy shock and have officially hit a severe dollar shortage. They are urgently begging the US for emergency currency swap lines. In my playbook, this is a massive red flashing light for a global liquidity squeeze, and that is going to put immense downside pressure on gold and silver. Here's the macro logic. When sovereign nations are starving for USD cash, the dollar gets beat up to the moon. And to grab that life-saving liquidity, they are forced to liquidate their gold reverse. On top of that, Iran just started slapping toll fees on passing cargo ships yesterday, which means oil is going to stay structurally beat, and higher for longer rates are locked in, and gold will remain heavily suppressed in the short term. But here's the real kicker. Open interest OI on the June gold futures contracts dropping off a cliff. That's just a tax with footprint of smart money quietly unwinding their loans. Factor in that today is Friday, the ultimate window of uncertainty. Look at the tape over the last 2 weeks. Gold has been running the exact same playbook. Pump it intraday, fade it into the close, and gap it down on Monday's open. Retail loans are already psychologically broken at this point. And with the straight tolls, a reaping dollar and parabolic oil acting as massive headwinds. Even the slightest book could trigger a massive liquidation stampede. If Trump doesn't drop an absolute bombshell bullish catalyst tonight, those weekended loans are going to front run each other to the exit. Once we lose key support, it's going to trigger a vicious loan squeeze cascade. And also, do not ignore the massive pullback risks in US equities. All three major US indices closed in the red last night, and sentiment on these assets has completely rolled over. And recently, gold has been trading with a heavy positive correlation to the S&P. If equities puke again tonight, triggering market panic and margin calls, gold is going to get liquidated to raise cash, period. So a violent pivot is imminent. Keep your powder dry. The ultimate stress test for the gold permables is about to begin. And as always, this is just my personal trade analysis, not financial advice. And also, shout out to EBC Financial Group for sponsoring this content.